Greetings, Sagittarius, and welcome to Ingrid's Insights. I hope you're doing wonderfully well, and thank you so much, all of my Sagittariuses, for checking this reading out. And this is a bonus reading for March, so let's jump right in and see what it is that from the waters. Information coming from the sense of the water guides, and this is the water oracles. And if you have any moment, spend time taking a hot bath or a shower or walking by the water. And this is for my Sagittarius. The sirens. Well, take a moment to look at this image. Is there something that connects you to this sense of expansion with your voice? And look at the flow of the water and the beach. So you might be connecting to this sense of the fluidity and the passion and creativity you might feel around the ocean. And it says, use your voice, Sagittarius. Expansion and freedom is what you're being called to as we come into this reading. And then also the rainbow. These are very subtle, beautiful cards, as if you're actually underwater. And the rainbow, these are images, sweet relief, a new beginning, a new way forward for my Sagittarius. And so let's get going with this reading and see what it is that my Sagittarius, you need to know today. And this will be a reading about what's coming up for you on the horizon in March. And thank you so much, Spirit Guides and our higher power, for overseeing this reading where we use our own intuition and bring a question to this reading, something you want to have some clarity on as we come into March. So, Spirit Guides, thank you so much. And it seems the wheel is turning and there's some justice coming for my Sagittarius. And this is you. Well, you're coming into this reading as the King of Cups. Well, the King sits on the throne of feeling, of emotion, of values, but can take these deep emotions and have a sense of balance and understanding. So Sagittarius, it's saying that this is your how you're seeing the question, or how you see yourself kind of fitting in to this question you brought. You will be having an experience coming up right now where you will feel like you're sitting on these turbulent waters. Maybe other people around you have a lot of troubling feelings or emotions they're dealing with, but you're sitting firm and stable. You're not spilling your cup, and you're able to, at this moment, have a lot of compassion for others and to be a big listener to other people as they're going through something that deals primarily in the realm of feelings or love. And there we were, a confirmation, Sagittarius. And this is what helps or hurts you with this sense of the King of Cups, being able to balance in your emotions as you come into this question. But then what challenges that is this feeling often of being at a crossroad, a feeling you need to make a decision mentally about something. And sometimes you feel like you're blindfolded, or you can't clearly see the answer between one way of thinking and another way. And so that could be a challenge to emotional balance. Having this mental decision to make and being unclear about something, or at a crossroads, or really undecided. And at the foundation, you've been dealing with something in the foundation that has to do with your sense of wealth, of money, of how you look at your values, how you look at whether you are worthy or not. And this card is at the foundation saying something very deep or something out of your field of awareness at this moment is caught up in a sense of loss, of feeling not good enough, or that it's connected to some deep programming, Sagittarius, about money and your connection between money and your sense of self-worth. And also it's saying that at times we have to manage our money. Sometimes we feel like we don't have enough financial support or wealth, but this program is saying that something very deep has made you feel left out in the cold about this question, making you feel either that you are not having enough health, not having enough wealth, not having enough vitality. And you see these stained glass offering that golden light to come in and receive either spiritual help or help from your ancestors, or just to get a physical help for your illness or what is lacking. And that is at the foundation, because what just happened is there has been some fighting, a mental struggle with something. You could be fighting something within your own mind, but also it could be that you've gotten caught up in this us against them, victimizing roles where kind of cruel words has been spoken, or something very challenging where that you felt like even if you won, you would lose, or if you lost, that it didn't really matter because the way that the battle was played is not good for either party. So look into what might have happened in the past or just recent past, Sagittarius, that got you caught up in some sense of defensiveness and battling. And it's just saying, as we move on into this story, this question, be careful the battles you do pick as you go into March for my Sagittarius. And at the crown, well, yes, Sagittarius, you've been carrying a very heavy load, a burden. Maybe you've taken on too much of something at work, because the wands represent your passions and your activities and what you're actually doing on a daily basis. And it's saying that you've just been, you see how this figure, the face is right into all of the wands. I can't even see forward, that you're almost there. You're almost to your home, to rest, to retreat. But the 10 in the tarot means that something is coming to completion about this heavy burden, about feeling that you've taken on too much, or you're shouldering too much right now. And that could have been related to something that recently happened where there was a fight that ensued, or some mental conflict, or battling a lot recently. And what's coming right now is the Three of Wands, where you are coming into a period right now where a lot of your work, you've put it out there. This card is waiting for the ships to come in. And it's saying that, yes, you put a lot of energy. Look how much that you've been working very hard. Maybe a workaholic at this phase. But what is coming up now is saying to be balanced and to look, well, you have this fastened securely, and you're looking out at what is on the horizon and waiting for something to come in, waiting for answers, waiting for results on something. But that is how you're needing to use your energy coming up right now, Sagittarius. And this is how you see yourself in the role, is the devil. Well, you see yourself as in bondage to something, to some situation where you feel somewhat out of control with it. That isn't a toxic situation you're having to deal with. Sagittarius. It could be a toxic person at work, or it's how you see the question. So it could be something about this King of Cups. It could be someone who is a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But it's something about being able to contain and deal deeply with these feelings, emotions, how you're able to value what you're doing and be balanced in that realm. And you see this question, or how you see yourself in this question, is the devil. So it's just saying to be careful about being seduced into something that's not right for you in terms of this emotion, this feeling of something in the realm of turbulent emotions, but that you have to kind of keep contained and hold, and watch out for any bad habit or getting stuck in belief systems that are just totally based on the material world of consumerism and that kind of sense of just commodities. And because you've got this card too of looking toward your help, perhaps in a church, but it doesn't have to be religious. It could be a spiritual training, a meditating, taking time for your body, because this devil is saying this is how you see yourself, somewhat entrapped in something. And to look into that, Sagittarius, because the people around you are in a somewhat, this is how you see your situation, and the people you're dealing with, or the people you're dealing with are somewhat going through a period of suspension, of having to sacrifice something, of waiting for results too. So you've got the 3 right here, which is kind of a card of having established something, but waiting to see, as you put things out into the world, what comes back. And the people in your environment, Sagittarius, are going through this time of being suspended. It's something's being hung up. You have to see the world totally from a brand new perspective, or the people around you, your environment is looking at things from a new perspective. Whatever this question is, whoever this king was, in terms of the realm of balanced emotion, and then how you see yourself is this devil, some entrapment, some addiction, some negative pattern. And the environment is releasing that, seeing something from a brand new perspective that could lead to an enlightening position where you see things brand new. And your hope and fear is this 10 of Pentacles, that you will have worked hard and moved away from any feeling of being less than financially, and moving toward this sense of a legacy, of wealth, of being in a stable situation, of generations working together, family money, inheritance, a property to manage. And a lot of generations, you see the older man with wisdom, and you have this younger couple and the dog. So it's a card of lineage, but not only in the realm of finances, that's a powerful part of it, but it's about something that endures, something you've worked on, that you're passing on, that will endure beyond your lifetime, perhaps, Sagittarius. And what is coming is the Empress. Well, that is the advice, is to sit on your throne, Sagittarius, of abundance. Look at this beautiful queen of all the queens. And the Empress represents that maternal energy, Earth Mother herself. But it also represents fertility, abundance, success, being able to manage your life, and it flows like a fountain, and a lot of love around you, and beauty. So that is what is coming for my Sagittarius. And amazing reading. So let's do a recap. as you're coming into March, you're looking at this question as you are the King of Cups, sitting on your throne in the middle of the turbulence, waters of the emotions of this time we're living in, and having to deal with these emotional energies around us. But this king, whether you're a man or a woman, sits on the throne, whether it's smooth sailing or you're in a typhoon, and it's giving you this balanced energy, this sense of being received, heard, understood, balanced, and all of that deep emotional sense of boundaries, containment. And you could be dealing with someone who's a very good listener, a counselor, someone who's moving and understanding through that realm of the heart and feeling. And then what is a challenge is this Two of Swords. You are coming to something where a decision is being made about something in the realm of the feelings, and that might be difficult because this king uses his heart and also his mind, but he takes into consideration that feeling, how he feels, that sense of, is this right or wrong, that intuitive nature that we're asked when we come to the tarot to bring to this reading, is that sense of, that gut feeling that we all have as humans. Is this right or wrong? That feeling of that sometimes overrides the facts and figures in front of us. But this is saying you've got to make a decision and you're blindfolded. Maybe you need to take your blindfold off, Sagittarius, and look at this question with your clear eyes and be willing to use your mind and intelligence and IQ to cut through and really make a good decision that serves your values, your heart. Because at the foundation, something that is out of your field of awareness that you might not even know about yourself, or something you're feeling very deep, or have gone through at a very deep level, but has been cut out of your conscious thoughts. But it's a feeling of poverty, mentality. It's not, you could have money. It's not about the money itself, but how you feel your self-worth, your self-esteem, your self-respect, valuing yourself and loving yourself unconditionally, and bringing that unconsciousness up by seeing that there is light and there is help and values that to bring to this sense of being less than, whether it's health or friends or connections. But you are moving out of that, and you are having to fight through something in your mind, Sagittarius. And this is a card where there has been a battle, and people have been very hurt by this. It could involve something in the realm of cruel words or revenge, but something that's negative and causes a lot of guilt and shame, and is related to what I would say is these polarities within ourselves of what's right and wrong, what's good and bad, who, this just and unjust, but these polarities that cause this friction, this tension. And to look at that, because you've got two of the cards are the fives, and these are cards that represent change, but change that is difficult. The factors involved in changing out of these cause some conflict. But at the 10 is at the crown, and you've worked so hard, shouldered the burden, been the responsible one, perhaps had a lot of obligations, and was working hard at work, but then you go home and have to work very hard with maybe a sick spouse or a child who needed extra help, but you're burdened. And that is at the crown, so that's what you're coming to see maybe right now, Sagittarius, how much you have been burdened of late. And what you're coming to right now as what is in the present concern is doing the work, looking over what you have accomplished so far and what you've been working on. You're a passion, what you've been putting your energy into for maybe the past few months. But now you're saying, I have to put that out there, and then I will wait to see what comes back in. So this is a strategic time for planning is coming up and working at that. And what is at the foundation is how you see yourself as embedded in this question is the devil. And that could be that you're just right now very wrapped up in concern with material reality, that it's like, I have all this work to do. I have to deal with all these different things, and that could be causing you some mental conflict, some anger, some feeling like excess in some area. And it's just saying that be aware of how you see yourself and to release anything that you feel that is entrapping you in a negative vibration and causing you any kind of sense of feeling like toxic and feeling like things around you are stressful and at a low vibrating energy. Release of that idea, because your environment is surrendering and suspending and seeing things from a totally new perspective. And this is also a card that could represent time out for healing. Something in your environment is taking time or is suspended, and you're seeing it, having to see the environment as a new perspective. And then your hope and fear is this legacy, this abundance and wealth that you'll pass on, an inheritance, something to do with family property. And that is what is your hope and fear. But the advice and outcome is this Empress. Wow, Sagittarius. Whether you're a man or a woman, as genders are fluid in these cards, that the Empress is that feminine energy of the divine feminine, of receptive, nurturing, abundance, growth, fertility, passion, love, even sexuality and sensuality, and everything of this earth itself, and love, and that spirit of abundance, creation. And that is what I have for you, my dear Sagittarius, and I hope this reading gave you some insight into the question you brought. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. And this is a final card from your ancestors. And let's see, what is it as a gift to give to my Sagittarius if you need to reflect back on this reading, that this card will be your mantra. And this is it. Shield Maiden. Take a minute to look at this image. Make plans and focus. Well, this is a card that's make plans and focus out there. And that's what you're doing. And, oh, there was another card behind this. Fire Guardian. Well, that's you, Sagittarius. You're the fire. Going after that, the archer, shooting it out there and seeing what's going to come back. Ignite your passions. And you're almost at the end of a long journey. You're going to put all of this burden down successfully and make plans and focus as you move forward. So have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you like the way I read, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up and leave some comments. I'd love to know how this story is unfolding for you, Sagittarius. And you know I love you, and we're in this interconnected field here, growing and learning how to ignite those passions and go for that, because you're the Empress and you've got this a legacy you're creating, abundance, wealth, security, and the beauty and love and nurturing and growth coming your way for my Sagittarius. See you next time. Bye-bye.